So come on in, sound check done, let's begin. Breaking news, the guess is you. Streaming live for you to view. Open House the podcast. Open House the podcast. Oh,
It's Thursday, everybody. Welcome to Open House the podcast. I am legally Johnny Austin. With me, as always, she is definitely something. A summer something, everybody. There she is. Hi. Yes, there we go. Give some applause for you. The applause, there it is. The applause was muted. And as you can see, there's no surprise. We're both wearing green today.
Yep.
Yeah, so St. Patrick's Day is coming up. By the time this episode airs, for those that listen to the episode, St. Patrick's happened yesterday. I think is how that worked with podcast math there. So that's how that works. But I thought today would be really fun. You don't even know.
What?
I just realized I'm sorry. I didn't give you the memo.
Oh, none.
And the only thing I think I told you was that we were going to be going to Ireland today, which you just said sure. Okay.
I just said okay.
Wouldn't it be? What if we actually were? Were you ready to rock and roll like you did to me in Tampa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be like, well, we're going.
It's happening.
It's very far away.
Ireland is, yeah.
Yeah.
Is there like a Ireland town anywhere? Like, there's all these other towns. Is there like an Ireland town?
I don't know, maybe.
Like downtown Detroit, Ireland town? Where's that at?
Well, every city has an Irish pub or
Yeah. Same thing.
Same thing.
There is, where is it over on the east side in Michigan? Somebody correct me that knows Michigan a lot better than me. There is a city that has a 4-leaf clover on every road sign in Michigan.
Oh.
Do you know what city I'm talking about?
I don't know. That sounds familiar. Like I remember seeing that somewhere. I don't know.
But
my laptop's down right now, so I can't look it up. I can't do anything.
Could you please look that up and let us know? That'd be great. Yeah, Google it. When Google's down, I thought it'd be interesting. So one of the things that's really interesting is when you're taking a look at like where different things came from. So I went on this crazy rabbit trail here.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask you a question right off the bat, and that is, whose mother's back actually broke when somebody stepped on the crack? Like what little kid was just skipping one day?
Like as you're walking down the sidewalk?
Yeah, and accidentally hit the crack, and his mom was at home, and she's like, "Oh
Mama
no!"
broke her back.
Yeah, Tommy, no.
I don't know, but it sounds painful.
Yeah.
Sounds like it probably wasn't related to that, but.
So I'm trying. That's what I want to know, because today, one of the things I decided to do was look up all of these different, just different things, because we're going to talk a little bit about luck. I'm wearing my lucky hat, right?
Yeah.
You have Lucky Charms, which is.
I have my lucky charm.
Do you have a Lucky Charm? Why is that a Lucky Charm?
This actually, it's not really a lucky charm.
Yeah.
But it's for travelers. It's supposed to keep you safe or something.
Okay.
I wear it sometimes when I go on long distances. I don't know. It makes me feel good. Yeah.
All right.
So it's like my lucky token, I suppose.
Okay, sure. So everybody kind of has their thing, right?
Yeah.
Which is interesting. So is that for real? Like that's.
Yeah, it is. It's,
okay.
Yeah.
I've never been one of those people that understood burying like Mary Joseph, or I'm not that religion or whatever that is that buries the statue upside down to sell their house. Have you witnessed this yet?
What religion are you talking about?
I don't know. I'm assuming it would. I don't know. You don't know about this?
To bury a statue upside down?
Yeah, they go out to like the Jesus stores where like the Catholics buy the the skin bread or whatever it is. I'm gonna probably insult somebody. It's not my intent. I don't understand.
You don't understand it. That's okay.
But yeah. So they buy these statues, and it's like I think it's a statue of somebody, and they bury it upside down in their backyard, and supposedly
I'm not familiar with that.
Oh man, Google it.
Hey, real quick,
Yeah.
what's the password?
Okay, sure. The password to my internet is capital B, lowercase n, lowercase q, 8091. Probably shouldn't give that out live, but there you go. I'm like the LifeLock guy.
All right.
So if you're ever in the neighborhood and you need your connection, that's it.
Well,
you can drive by my house, you'll find it. That's it right there. It's also, I texted it to you too. I guess I could have just told you to look at your phone instead of just announcing it live over to everybody so that they know. Did you
Yeah.
type it in wrong?
No, I'm sorry. I'm just having difficulties.
That's
Is it
okay.
Hidden Network? It has 5 bars. I'm
No, it's
thinking
not Hidden Network. So the Wi-Fi network that you're looking for, if you're ever in town, it's INDPNC. Look for the one that says Mind Control. That's what you're looking for. You'll find it.
Okay. All right. I'll try. Restricted path on that.
Nope, Mind Control. You'll find it. Literally has Mind Control in the name of it. It's there. You'll find it.
Mind Control. I
told
found
you.
it. All right.
Nothing hidden about it.
Good. I'm good now.
Yeah, so I'm gonna look this up. Who's the statue you bury to sell homes?
To sell homes.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe
it's the Saint Joseph statue. I knew
is
it was
it the
yeah.
Saint Joseph?
It is. The statue that people traditionally bury to help sell a home is the statue of Saint Joseph.
Yeah.
This patron saint of home and family is believed to bring good luck and facilitate a quick sale. So,
Nice. Well, this one it's Saint Anthony.
Okay,
So
see?
that's the saint of travelers, I believe.
So there's all these saints for different things,
Yeah,
right?
it's pretty
That's
cool.
great. Yeah.
It's like your lucky charm for St. Patty's Day. I'm not gonna lie, I love wearing this necklace on St. Patty's Day too because it does look like a little piece of gold or something, like a little coin.
Yeah.
A lucky coin. You know?
Yeah.
It's just a circle necklace.
See, I think I don't know enough folklore about like I'm after me your gold. Like I don't know. But the only one that I do know is
I
not
don't
good.
know who that would be besides maybe a leprechaun.
Is it a leprechaun? Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
They're after your gold, right? They're after me
100
gold,
yeah.
right? So I don't know enough folklore to speak intelligently about leprechauns and why, but I have seen a lot of horror movies that had leprechauns in them. Have you ever watched those?
I have, but I when I think leprechaun, I go back to like, I don't know if anybody ever seen the show Charmed or like any of those magical whatever storyline. So I think of a happy little guy, not like a scary little evil thing.
Yeah, see, that's it. What's really interesting, and we're going to talk about this, is culture and what you grew up around
Yeah.
dictates. Hey, you just connected.
I'm in.
It dictates what you are, like your superstitions and your beliefs, and if you don't check it, like for instance, again, for me, leprechauns are two things. It's either scary, because when I was a little kid, my mom used to let us watch scary movies, right?
Yeah.
And so I think I've probably seen something with a little leprechaun, and he was like evil and like,
I mean,
you know.
I can think of something too. I feel like there's some old scary movie, like a classic of a scary leprechaun. I can't remember.
I think it's called Leprechaun.
Is it?
Yeah.
I just I can imagine he's got those big teeth and they're scary. Like he's gonna eat you.
Maybe you're talking about a different leprechaun. Now I want to know how many different leprechaun movies are out there.
I don't know. But I honestly no. I think of a happy little go lucky guy that is like gonna sprinkle some dust, give you some gold, and
What leprechaun
make your
just
dreams
gives
come
gold?
true.
Isn't the whole thing for leprechauns to
ones.
keep the good ones? The ones that have enough to share?
yeah.
Because I thought the whole thing about now this makes me wish that I would. I'll tell you what I've done. I've screwed up this show. I have studied and researched 2 segments, and I've done it all wrong. I'm telling you this right now. I should have looked up leprechauns.
Yeah.
And I looked
What
up
did you look up?
superstitions, and then Lucky Charms. But I didn't think about leprechauns.
Yeah.
Because I always thought that leprechauns had their pot of gold, but they like guarded it. And if you tried stealing their gold, like then they became angry with you and they would hit you with.
I do think, I think that they want to keep their
All right.
gold to themselves. And then if they really like you, they'll give you some.
Is that the way it works?
So it's like, it's like Christmas.
like a
You want to
tip?
be good, right? To be on Santa's good list. Be good around St. Patty's Day because you might get little drops of gold. And hey, maybe it's not gold. That's when someone says, "Oh my God, that was such good luck." So if you're looking for good luck on St. Patty's Day, maybe you gotta do the same as you would do all year long.
I am asking right now, and I would love people to weigh in. Are leprechauns good or bad? What I feel like Seinfeld. What's the deal with leprechauns? You don't know Seinfeld. We've done this one.
Yeah.
Leprechauns. Yeah. See. So here you go. Leprechauns in Irish folklore are generally not considered to be good or evil, but they're actually mischievous trickers.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yes. They are known for their love of pranks and trickery, often using their cunning. They're often using their cunning to outsmart humans. I am currently using Google's AI instead of ChatGPT, so thanks for the complete sentence, Google. It should have said something else. Let's see. They're protectors of their gold. Yep. They fiercely protect of the hidden pots of gold and can be difficult to deal with, especially if you try to take it. So there.
I love how Google had an answer for that.
Yeah.
They're real then.
Yeah, leprechauns are 100% real.
Yeah.
There's pictures of them right here.
Oh.
Yeah. So I've seen it. Leprechauns are real. But I thought it'd be interesting to talk about now you got on leprechauns, but like the superstitions that people carry and then where they came from. So I go back to the original thing that I'm thinking about. Like when you've obviously heard it, step on a crack, you break your brother's back. Remember? Where in the world did something like that come from?
Well, what comes to mind for me is when I know if you're a performer, right, and you're going to go on a stage like theater, and
That's another one.
you say break a leg, because if you don't, it's a superstition that you will break a leg, right?
Yeah.
But it's like big time for people in theater. So how did that happen?
Yeah. So
Someone must have broke their dang leg.
I was talking to an actor the other day. She is a professional actor, and it was cool because she's a theatrical professional actor. She was doing Broadway, and now she does she goes around and does theaters. She travels around, flies around the place, and then does theater and acting. Mostly she specializes in Shakespeare. Mm-hmm. And I was going to ask her that question, like, why do they tell you to break your leg? Like, I get that there's superstition behind it. And I get it's a saying that we say. It's weird though. And she relayed this story to me where I asked her, what's like the worst thing have you ever actually broken your leg? It's what I asked her. And she said she was climbing down this ladder during the famous Romeo, wear out the Romeo scene or whatever, right? And she got caught and tripped in just the right way that she fell head first. And I'm thinking, oh, this story is going to go with her having a headache or a concussion. There was a prop that was on the stage that was like a spear type spiky thing. And she got her eyelid caught on it.
Oh my God.
And
her eyelid.
She lost her eyelid in the middle of
she
this
doesn't have
play.
it still?
No, get this. There's a specific department that their responsibility is to sew eyelids back on. Like it's a thing.
No way.
So her eyelid.
At the hospital?
Yeah.
So her eyelid. Hold on.
Yeah,
it was
go ahead.
It's on the spiky thing.
It's just sitting there.
And she's like looking at it.
Really
like
easily
really
looking
at it. And she has no
can't help
choice
but to look at it. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine how do you blink?
I'm like, I don't want to see.
Yeah.
Can't close your eye.
No. I didn't even think
all
how
jokes
do you
aside,
blink?
I'm happy that it got sewn back on.
I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell that she had at one point in time not had an eyelid until she mentioned it, and then I could see that one was a little bit, droopier than the other, and I'm assuming it was that one.
Thank goodness that she has her eyelid back.
Yes.
That is the biggest thing of the story.
They just took it and put it in a cup.
Anyway, so did anybody tell her break a leg?
That was the problem. I bet you nobody told her to break a leg because if you think about it, and this is my assumption, out of all things that could happen to you, breaking a leg probably lower on the totem pole.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Like if I'm gonna break something, I don't want to break my neck. Right?
No, yeah.
I don't want to lose an eyelid.
No.
But if I broke my leg,
or even hurt my foot really bad.
Yeah, or man, I would hate to stub my toe.
Oh my gosh.
That's the worst. Stubbing your toe, just let me break my leg. Worst case scenario, I
would go with like leg or arm.
Would you? Would you rather have your arm?
I'd say arm
over a leg?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because I could.
What
still
if it was your
use
writing
another...
arm?
Oh, I'll have to figure it out.
Yeah, see, I'm.
If it's your leg, there's really you just gotta wheelchair around.
Right. Yeah, you can still
Or maybe you could hobble with crutches.
you could still do stuff.
So what would be more productive? A broken leg? Would you be more productive, or with a broken arm that was your main arm?
I think that the answer is yes, as long as it's not your eyelid. The eyelid screws
Or
everything
neck.
up.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Would you rather lose your eyelid or a fingernail?
Oh my God. Do not ever. I never want to lose my eyelid.
Okay.
Yeah. Take all my fingernails.
Yeah. Okay.
Your lid of your eye.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know though? Talk about luck. Do you know how lucky she is? If you can imagine, if you fell just the right way, where something sharp was able to go on the upside of your eye, but not poke your eye out.
Yeah.
Like that is super.
Oh yeah, it's very lucky for sure.
That she was lucky.
Yes.
Hey, we're back to it.
Hey.
That's luck to me.
That is luck.
So, step on a crack, break your mother's back. I wanted to actually look this up, and then I thought, what do you think some sayings today would be? Like, so real quick, this whole thing about not stepping on a crack, and I don't understand this. It was actually, they say it was primarily Western cultures, especially U.S. and Europe, and it was for a couple reasons. Number one, it was folklore to warn children about stepping on cracks in sidewalks.
Why didn't they want people stepping on cracks?
Back then, so apparently, okay, the sidewalks weren't as smooth and nice as they are today. So that intersection, that crack, it would be kind of like, you know how on homes, if you get an FHA home and the crack is more than an inch, they make you either fix it or you have to put. The reason is it's a what? Tripping hazard.
It is.
This whole thing is because kids didn't look down and pay attention
You
enough.
want to know something?
Yeah, I do.
Ironically enough,
Tell me about it.
the only time I was just talking about this the other day.
Yeah.
That's funny. The only time I've never broke a bone, but I fractured my left arm.
Really?
I was in 3rd grade.
Yeah.
I don't know how old you are, like 7 maybe.
I'm
Walking in line. You do
Was
file.
it the first or second time
and
I took 3rd grade?
We're going inside, right?
Yeah.
The sidewalk was uneven. And
You tripped.
I tripped and I fractured my arm.
There you go. See, if you would have just remembered not to step on that crack, because
I should have looked down, but you know, these
you should have looked down. These
what are you
kids,
gonna
they
do?
don't listen nowadays.
They still don't.
And then in ancient time, this is really interesting too. On a fun side note here, in ancient times, cracks were actually seen as a break in reality or a portal from the spirits to enter the world. So some actually believed that stepping on the crack would bring misfortune to loved ones. So you take both those and you put them together, and you have the "don't step on the crack or else you break your mother's back" saying. And that led me to think about this. Nowadays, kids barely get outside, so they don't really have to worry about that too much. My thing is, what would like a modern day rhyme quote be
That kids do nowadays.
for kids?
Well, kids aren't really out on cracks, stepping on cracks.
Well,
Not
some
out on
kids
crack.
are out on crack, yes. So don't smoke crack. Otherwise, your mom will smack. I don't know.
That's a good one.
I came up with one that I thought was
Don't
good.
smoke crack or your mom.
Will spank your back. I don't know.
Okay, what's yours?
Mine was really good. Hey, little kitty, watch out for Diddy.
Yeah, that's a good one. That is a good one.
That was the first thing that came to my head. Like, what would you rhyme today to make for kids? Like, don't if you're 13, that the dude you're talking to online is 40. I don't know how to make that rhyme.
Most likely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's,
No, that's a good one. I like the
Yeah.
kitty.
The kitty ditty? Yeah.
That was good. Especially for today because,
it's wild out there.
it is. It definitely is. It's funny because I just randomly looked up online as well. What's up with the green on St. Patty's Day?
Oh yeah. What is it?
So apparently it's because wearing green will protect you and it's considered good luck, but it will protect you from getting pinched.
Well, yes.
So I forgot. We get to pinch people if they're not wearing green on St. Patty's Day.
Where did that start? Was that because of leprechauns, you think?
Yeah, because it makes you invisible to the leprechauns. That's what it says here.
Wait, let me get this straight. So folklore teaches that if you don't wear green, then it's the leprechaun's the one that pinched you. But if you do wear green, so leprechauns are colorblind.
Yeah.
Wait, but leprechauns wear green.
No.
No, what?
They don't see each other. That's why they're invisible. I don't know,
each
Johnny.
other.
I'm trying to figure this out as I go.
Well, can you imagine a leprechaun putting his suit on and being like, "Oh, where did I go?" I don't know. If that wasn't a good leprechaun.
Very interesting stuff.
What are some other superstitions that you know of? Of course, you've got your necklace. You got leprechauns. We got stepping on cracks. What are some other ones that you know of?
Superstitions.
Yeah, like stuff that you're not supposed to do because bad things will happen.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that you pick one that's on this list. What are some others that you know?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I do have one in mind, but it
What
might
is
be
it?
because it's right in front of my screen. But it's a superstition
What
that
is it?
I do have.
Yeah. Oh, you have
mirrors.
this? Yeah, mirrors is on here. Yeah.
Mirrors,
Give me
yes.
mirrors for 500.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mirrors. Yep.
So breaking a mirror brings you 7 years of bad luck, right?
Yep.
Where do you think that came from? I'm not going to read it. I'm assuming it's a glass factory.
Okay. No, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I can't even guess.
Yeah. Have you ever broken a mirror?
Yes.
And did anything bad happen to you?
I don't know. I can't remember.
See, I think sometimes.
Maybe it did, and I should have been like, God dang it.
See, I think what
Because I
happens.
broke that mirror 7 years ago.
This is what happened. Yeah. Yeah. It's, oh man. I don't want to listen. One of my favorite quotes, and I don't really watch it too much anymore, but I remember watching this episode of Family Guy, or this clip from it. And I remember Peter was making a statement about somebody like doing something. And it was like, and I don't know, it was, they took something, they got a shot. He's like, I know a lady that got a shot one time. 5 years later, bam, car accident. And I'm like, that's how people are with this stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
It cracks me up because if you are superstitious, if you think about it, look, if you're going to bury a statue upside down, your house sells really quick. Well, it must have been because I did the thing with the guy, right?
Of course.
Well, does everybody, you think, right now in our day and age have a upside down guy in their yard because all the houses are selling fast, right? I think we actually look for things because we believe in things.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden we're looking for reasons to make this make sense.
There's other ones I've heard of.
Yeah.
So something about brand new shoes.
Oh, I don't know this one.
I think it's you never put them on. Is it you never put them on the table? Like brand new shoes, you don't set them on the table, and then like your purse.
Yeah.
If you put your purse on the ground, that's bad luck.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because somebody will steal it. That's just common sense.
Yeah, but even if you're at home and you set your purse on the floor because say you're doing whatever, and then same with new shoes, but like.
This all just seems like somebody would steal it.
Yeah.
Like when you put your shoes on the
Well,
table.
see, I feel like this has just happened to me so many times that like I put my new shoes on the table and then someone's like,
Wait, why?
no, that's bad luck. Because I guess the people around me are a bit superstitious as well.
No, not that. I'm curious as to why you would put shoes on the table.
Well, if you have brand new shoes and you just brought them home,
Yeah.
I put them on the table. I'm unboxing. I'm just
I guess.
doing whatever.
And you just set them there and like, man, those are good shoes.
Well,
I'm
most
just-
likely there's shoes, there's a bag of clothes next to it.
You're
There's
just gonna
like
set everything there.
Something there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like put it all together
Do you-
until I put it away.
Are you one of those people that wear socks into the store when you're shoe shopping? Like, do you go shoe shopping and you take a special pair of socks, or do you wear their free socks?
No. So I would not put my foot in anything if I didn't have my own socks.
Really? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you wash the inside of your shoe out before you put it on, like when you buy them?
No.
Like, do you ever wonder how many other feet have been inside that, tried them on before?
I mean, that's likely.
Yeah.
No, I don't think about it, but now I will.
yeah,
Probably.
I will. I figured. I just wanted to throw that in
So,
there.
everybody else is barefoot. That one in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't do that
Yeah.
personally, but
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, well, they do.
Yeah.
Nobody monitors. Back in the day, they used to have a person that was always dedicated to that section, and they would monitor everything that happened there, and they would not let you do that. Today, there's nobody anywhere close to there, and there's little kids sticking all. This is true. I was looking for a pair of shoes one time in a store, and I stuck my foot inside the shoe, and there was something inside there. And when I pulled it out, it was a bouncy ball. No, it was just a bouncy ball. It's
Okay,
all
I
right.
thought you were gonna say it was a bug. That's happened to me.
That would freak me out.
Oh
yeah,
my
I would not be okay with
Lord.
that. But see, but
Talk about bad luck. I think
Yeah.
that's bad luck. If you put your foot.
no,
in
that's
your
good luck. If you buy a shoe, if you put put your foot in a shoe with a bug, and you're gonna get yourself a hug. That's what I heard.
Shoot, yeah.
Yeah, that's
works.
good luck.
It does.
The mirrors thing. This is interesting. This actually goes back to ancient Roman times.
Okay.
Yeah. So back in ancient Roman times, the Romans believed that mirrors contained pieces of soul. If a mirror was broken, the soul inside it was damaged, and it would take 7 years for the new soul to renew itself.
Ah.
So your soul is kind of like a lizard's tail.
Yeah.
And if it breaks,
Apparently you shed and regrow.
Well, that's why we say bless you. You know that, right?
Yeah, they say that your soul,
Escapes out your mouth when you
does.
sneeze. Yeah. So you say bless you.
so that you can't, like, some evil soul
So-
can't take over.
Is
your
that why
body.
that is?
That is why. Yeah.
So you've still lost your soul.
Yeah, but when someone says bless you,
Does-
you're blessed.
Why is it that why can't a good soul come back in? Why has it got to be an evil spirit that comes in? Why couldn't?
Well, if you're, I would assume if there's just no soul at all. I don't know.
See, I don't know who makes
Can't
this
tell
stuff.
ya.
Like, who do you think was just sitting there one day and it was cold at night and their mom was like, "Achoo," and be like, "You know what? I bet you just lost your soul. Can't wait to tell the neighbors."
Jesus, save my child.
Right, yeah. The mom's all like listening to the kids sneeze.
Bless
and she's
you,
like,
bless you,
"Well, yeah,
bless you."
Get the holy
God
water.
bless you, yeah.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, ancient Rome, and it spread from ancient Rome to Europe and the West. And actually, it's true that the mirror is a weird thing in a lot of different cultures.
Oh yeah. I like that's why I'm saying honestly that
Yeah.
was the first thing that came to mind
The
because
mirrors?
I have this weird thing.
Yeah, it is weird.
It's weird, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you.
Tell me, yeah.
I do not like to go to sleep if there's like a mirror facing me.
Really?
Yes.
Are you
So,
afraid that like one day you'll be laying there and then you
I
see
just
yourself
feel
sitting
like
up staring
it's
at you?
Bad. I just feel like there's some bad omen to it, and I'm like, no thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I've
E-
probably like put this in my head and like made myself more, like aware of this little superstition that I have. So like say I don't say there is a mirror, like I did my makeup and
Yeah.
I just left my mirror right there.
Yeah.
And if I wake up in the middle of the night and I look at it, I'll be like, "Oh no."
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, "Oh no." So I'll move it.
The mirror.
I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
weird.
It's
my one weird thing.
Here, I'll tell. Can I share one with you?
Yeah.
Just don't tell anybody. All right.
Okay.
All right. This is as an adult, and like it's funny because having kids, I'm like, there's nothing to be afraid of. But even now, as an adult, like when I like to sleep with my feet hanging over the bed because they get really hot. And as an adult, even I still have this feeling like,
Like,
somebody's
oh,
gonna reach up
heck
one
no.
day and just grab your
it.
toes.
I
Yeah.
always think they're gonna cut my
See,
foot
you
off.
have that thought too, isn't it?
I do.
Isn't
I'm
that
not gonna
funny
lie.
how we
I
are?
get scared. Yeah.
I'm like, and then I'll sit there and talk to myself. I'm like, you are a full-grown man. I have 2 guns next to me, and here I am with my feet hanging over, telling my kids are crying because they think that there's a monster. I'm like, there ain't real. Go to bed. And then I'm sitting there, and I'm like, don't let my toes hang over the edge of this bed.
Oh, it's funny. Yeah. I know the feeling.
It's
yeah.
weird. It's weird though. It's weird how we can how we're unrational when it comes to stuff like that, and to the point where we're actually afraid of it.
Yeah, I do. I get
Like,
scared too.
It's crazy. Let's see here. Moving on, black cats are another thing, right? Have you ever?
Oh,
do you have a
my
thing against
goodness.
black cats?
I do not. No. My growing up, we got a black cat when I was in high school. Like I was a bit older, and
yeah.
I love that cat. Best cat ever.
No bad luck ever came from it.
No, he's the
Never
best.
stole your soul when you were sleeping.
Nope, he's still kicking it. He's the best.
During the Middle Ages in Europe, black cats were associated with witches, and people believed that they were themselves witches, or that witches were in disguise. We're getting a notification in here.
Someone's it's not.
What is that? Do you hear that? What is that notification?
I don't know. My laptop's muted and my phone
Somebody is.
doesn't have a notification.
Wow, this is weird. Right
Someone's
when we're talking about
talking to
superstitious
us.
stuff.
Oh heck no! That's
Did you
a little
catch that? It
spooky.
is. There's.
Yeah, I
we
heard
can
it
hear a
twice.
voice, but I don't know where the voice is coming from.
Hello.
Are we? Hello? Are you there?
Well, I guess we'll see here in a moment when it happens again.
Yeah. Yeah. So black cats, they were always so. I wonder why.
You know, I heard that people will still hurt black cats around.
Hurt them?
Yeah,
Hurt them?
I heard that.
Like be mean
Yeah,
to
like
them, like
because
throw
they
rocks.
have like superstitions.
See,
I
that's-
don't know if what they do. Maybe they just I don't know what they do, but they say black cats make sure to keep your cats contained because people think they're evil. I think.
Yeah. They think they're
Some people literally do believe they're evil,
which is crazy.
and maybe they'll steal your dang cat. That would be
Here's the thing I don't
messed
understand
up.
about that. So cat fur is like their cat hair. So do you think that there's cats that are superstitious of humans with black hair? And the cats are like,
Probably.
stay away.
No, cats probably.
You think they're smarter?
I think they're smart. They probably think we're
They're
all
too smart.
retard. I mean,
Yeah.
just
It's okay. We can say that now. The new administration says all that stuff's fine again. Comedy came back. It's all right. Chris Rock is making his comeback.
yeah, they just
Summer dropping the hard R on the show. Good job. All right. This one's interesting because most people didn't know about this, and I was actually having a conversation with somebody a week ago, I think, that had no idea that most hotels do not have the number 13 as a floor you can select.
Oh, why? I
Did you
forget.
not know this?
It's like a spooky thing, huh?
Yeah, the number 13. Yeah. So this is okay. I am going to murder this word. So I'm going to say it really fast, and then I'm going to. I'll wait for you to swallow. Apparently.
Okay, go for it.
You good? All
Yeah.
right. All right. The word is trichophotosophobia. And it wasn't that funny, see? But yes, it's tris. It's triskaidekaphobia. Tris. You know what? Here, pronounce this word. I'm sending it to you right now. You pronounce this. Well, how would you pronounce this? I'm sending it to your. I'm saying we're gonna have a pronounce off right now. I'm sending this to your phone. Oh, look at that! Hello, Brittany. All right. There. Pronounce that word. There it is.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
Triskaidekaphobia. Triskaideka.
Triskaid.
Triskaida.
Triskaidekaphobia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
That's a great question. That's simply just the fear of the number 13, believe it or not.
Triskaidekaphobia.
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 I feel like I'm pronunciating it too much.
Yeah. So this T-phobes here is the fear of simply the number 13. There are people that are so afraid of the number 13 that they wouldn't stay in hotels if they had a 13th floor. So hotels have actually removed the number 13 for most hotels. You'll just see it goes from 12 to 14
Friday the 13th is always a crazy day.
because of the number 13, right?
Friday too.
Well, yeah, you put Friday with that's
13.
You think what do you think came first? Do you think people? It was the movie. I'm thinking, right? Mm-hmm. And then people were like, "Oh, it's Friday the 13th."
Mm-hmm.
Jason.
But then people started causing chaos. I think for real.
Yeah, you think that people actually go out there and
They're like, yeah.
is that what they do? Just a bunch
Probably.
of people out in the middle of the street going, "Yeah!" And somebody goes, "Oh no,
Yeah.
that's so scary."
I know.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Though.
When is Friday the 13th this year?
Today's the 13th.
Today? Oh no! You're right.
It's 3:13.
Today is 3/13.
It's
We're talking about
Thursday,
this right
though.
now. There
Yeah.
is somebody in. Today is the 313. Happy Detroit Day, y'all. We're the first people that say it.
Happy
Today is-
Detroit Day.
Today is Detroit Day, 313.
313, yeah.
I wonder how often that happens. So there are people that are probably not going outside because they're absolutely scared
So it
or
looks
think
like the
something's going to
next
happen.
Friday, the 13th, is June 13th.
Google if anything bad has happened yet today.
Today.
Yeah, today's the 13th.
Well, I can
Because
look at the news.
Because I'm sure that somebody is inside their house right now thinking, like, did Trump just declare war, or did something crazy like that happen? You know, I think somebody's actually looking. But here's the 13th thing. It goes back to an ancient superstition. One theory. Do you hear that? Is that coming across Every time we talk about something superstitious, we hear a lady talking. You're hearing that too, right?
It's not Siri.
No, but it
No.
sounds like it, and it's not their computer. Like every
It kind
time,
of doesn't sound like my Siri either. She sounds
it's
more like
is it a leprechaun?
she sound like my Siri's
Was
very.
it? I'm gonna get you. But I don't even know what it's saying. Every time we talk about one of these superstitions, we hear a voice. That is weird. So one theory links the 13th to the Last Supper, where Judas was the 13th guest. Others believe that it stems from Norse mythology, where Loki was the 13th uninvited guest, which led to a disaster. It's just weird how somebody goes, there was 13 people at that table. 13's a bad number. It's weird.
Yeah,
I don't know. Do you have any number things? Like, are you a number person?
I'm really not a number person.
Like, you don't think numbers are luck or bad or?
No, I really don't. I think it's just pure coincidence.
That numbers, yeah. It's interesting because even if you look, like I have this Bible study and this one guy keeps talking about biblical numerology and like how
Well, I guess I do want to believe.
Yeah.
I don't know if I do, but you ever see like sequences over and over? So whenever that happens, I'll be like, okay, maybe I should go play the lottery.
yeah. Well, here's the thing though. The sequence that you see over and over again, if you were to see, and I fully believe this. So like, if you're like, my number's 7, and then you see 7 everywhere, you know what Gary Keller says, what you focus on expands. If you change that to the number 13, all of a sudden, like we're talking about 13, boom,
I
now it's
looked
313.
down and I was like, no
13's
way,
down
the
there,
date is the
right?
13th.
Yeah.
How ironic.
My son's 13. Like all of a sudden, like
Yeah.
your brain starts to connect to everything to make you right,
Mm-hmm.
which is crazy. But you know, like on Wednesday nights, we have this one guy who talks about these number things, and he's like, well, you know, if you take a verse and you add up all the numbers and then divide it by 6, then you get the number 7, which is the perfect number. And I'm all like, people have weird things like that, and I'm always like, well, the Bible wasn't written in English, and the letters that you're using for all these mathematical problems, kind of like the National Treasure. Have you ever seen that? Like all of these things that line up that people have these theories on. Like if you were to actually apply some common sense to origins of it, it just doesn't make any sense. Which is funny where we get some of these superstitions from back in the past. This is the last one. And we got to get off this train. Walking under a ladder brings bad luck. Have you ever seen a ladder and you purposely didn't walk under it? You know what I think we should
I have
do?
like purposely not split a pole when walking with friends.
What does that do?
Oh, did you know if you split a pole, like when you're walking, it's
Yeah.
a lamppost or something?
Yeah.
You're all supposed to go on the same side.
What? I always split the pole.
No, so literally I had friends when I was younger that if I split the pole,
Yeah.
like sometimes I would do it to cause chaos. Be like, check. And they'd be like, no way. They'd come back around and go on the same side of the
Yeah.
pole as me.
But one time they didn't, and that was the last we ever
That was
saw,
the last
Sally.
I ever saw
Yeah,
Sally.
yeah.
Sally from school.
Split the pole and you fall down a hole, right? Isn't that
Yeah,
what it is?
checks out, you know.
Yeah, I
Oh,
like it.
Man.
The ladder thing is from Egypt. Did you know that?
No, and I wonder, is it because the ladder might, what's going to happen?
You know, if I don't know, let me finish reading this. Under the ladder brings bad luck. It comes from Egypt when ladders were leaning against the wall.
Like, well, I don't know.
Listen, I'm only reading this like one word at a time ahead of time. I hadn't actually put this all together yet. I'm still formatting the show as we go.
Yeah, you're
I have no
killing
idea
it.
what's going on. The belief. The belief. I don't want you to spit on me, number one. And number two, I'm just thinking to myself, it'd be a good time just to bring up somebody with cancer because you'd crack up on that. Inside joke.
Inside.
Welcome to the outside joke. The belief comes from ancient Egypt where ladders leaning against a wall formed a triangle.
Yeah.
So it's not even about the ladder.
It's the shape.
The triangle was a sacred shape representing the Trinity of gods, and walking through the triangle was to bring misfortune.
Oh, what about their, where is this again?
Egypt,
Oh, what about their pyramids?
their pyramids.
Don't they walk through their pyramids?
I wonder if well, they walk into it, but pyramids are the final resting place, right? I wonder if the pyramids are specifically triangular in shape because of this, because of the whole gods thing that they were believing. You know what I mean? Yeah. If anybody knows, let us know.
Yeah,
or
please let us know.
if anybody's like a professional of
superstitious?
Egyptness or superstition, that would be great. I'd love to do a follow up. Let's do that. Let's find some psychologist / like Egyptian person.
Fun, yeah.
Is there a pharaoh? Like, are pharaohs still around? Like, does anybody out there have a pharaoh bloodline we could talk to?
Yeah,
Like-
I think so.
Let's bring that guy in.
Yeah.
If not, like, I don't know. I would love to talk or leprechaun, pharaoh or leprechaun. If you have
Leprechaun.
pharaoh or what if you had both? And somewhere along the line, like you did your 23andMe, and you'd be like, "Wow, look at that! I've got
Maybe-
13% pharaoh and 5%
Yeah.
leprechaun."
Wow.
No wonder I'm
I feel like you might have some leprechaun in you.
yeah.
I don't know.
Why would you say that?
It's just that you make me think you might.
What? Yeah, but what about me makes
Just
you think?
Your
Just-
chipper pipper personality.
yeah.
And and
And
you
my
wearing
stature?
green. Green looks good on you.
Green looks good on me.
I think green's your color.
You think green's my color?
Yes.
Why?
Because you're a leprechaun.
Oh, okay. That checks out. Don't tell anybody. They're after me. You know what? I'll tell you what. Lucky Charms is probably the worst cereal of all, though.
Oh my God, stop.
What you don't? Do you like Lucky Charms?
Yes.
Really?
I love it.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay, we're in a fight. No, you can have your opinion. It's wrong, but do you like the fake Cheerios that they put in Lucky Charms? You like those, or do you just like the marshmallow part?
I like them both
Really?
together.
Okay, so let me ask you this: Lucky Charms minus the mushrooms,
Okay.
minus the
The
marshmallows.
marshmallow.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe I'm eating Lucky Charms wrong. That's why I don't like. You don't eat yours with mushrooms.
No.
Would you eat Lucky Charms without the marshmallows?
No. Well, actually, when I eat my Lucky Charms, I have first I eat all the marshmallows,
Okay.
and then, no, first I save the marshmallows for last.
Okay. Which is it?
So I
Yeah.
eat the little
You eat the-
Cheerio.
Things.
Things.
Right. They're gross.
I eat
right.
them first.
And you like the taste of those?
I don't mind it.
See, that's
I just like to get a big scoop of marshmallows at the end.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'll tell you the only thing that I like to do with here's a trade secret. If you take Lucky Charms, this has nothing to do with anything. If you take Lucky Charms
Yeah.
and you mix it with Cocoa Puffs
Oh,
and then mix it with Honey Grams.
that sounds so good, but so bad for you.
What are you talking about? Look at me.
We're on a diet.
We are. Summer and I are both dieting, as you can tell.
We're diet
One of us.
everything. Diet food, diet
One
drinks.
of us needs it more than yes.
Zero sugar.
Zero sugar. It's healthy for you. Yes. If you ever get the opportunity to buy all three of those and put them together, it makes a s'more ice cream.
Oh, wow.
Ice cream, s'more,
Ice cream.
and that was the last trick. So this is something I learned from Alexis Carrera. Shout out to Alexis. Me and her, we went out to this one restaurant, and their desserts were cereals that they would just put on top of vanilla ice cream instead of milk.
Oh, fun.
So if you take these three cereals and mix them together,
Did they had that there? That sounds really
they,
good.
they didn't. They didn't. They had like the regular stuff, like Cheerio. I don't remember what they all had, but I do know. I think they had like tricks or the weird ones. But I've been forever putting these three together because I'm a big fan of s'more. So you put these three cereals together, and I was like, well, what if we can take this up a notch? What if we can just add ice cream to it? Because
no, that sounds good.
yeah,
That
diet
sounds
ice
really
cream
good.
though, guys. Diet ice cream. That's what it's all about.
Yep, diet. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Okay. So let me ask you this. So let's move on to something. The second half. I wanted to chat about this. We already talked about this a little bit, but I came up with this idea. I was like, man. So we've talked about superstitions. Let's move into that goes into the same. Speaking of Lucky Charms, of charms that are lucky or Lucky Charms, you've got your little necklace thing. People have the little statue thing. Do you know where the whole 4-leaf clover thing came from? Like, do you know the origin? This is actually pretty neat.
I don't.
Do you? I just figured out what it is. Do you know what's crazy about that?
GPS signal lost.
Yes,
That's you.
It's me. My
It's been you.
my phone that is also our camera right now
Oh.
is currently trying to get me here to this address, and apparently it keeps losing the GPS signal. But what's crazy is the timing behind it. I'm either timing these segments exactly right so that it goes off every 10 minutes, or it's listening. And every time we change the segment, it's like, maybe now's the time to tell him that I'm not taking him to where he wants to go anymore.
Who knows?
The four-leaf clover was really interesting because, we call it, it's St. Patrick's Day because of St. Patrick, right? And he actually used to use the clover leaf, which was a shamrock, to explain how the Trinity worked. And then from there, because the four-leaf clover was rare, it all of a sudden it had to do with this luck thing because 4 leaves. Then they transferred that into 4 leaves, and I didn't know this. Did you know this? The 4 leaves represent 4 different things.
No, I didn't. I don't know what they represent.
Yeah, hope, faith, love, and luck. Isn't that interesting?
Hope, faith, love,
yeah.
and luck.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's. I wonder if it was like, you remember, like, well, you were a girl. I mean, you not that you were.
I used to be.
I used to be back in the day.
I still am.
Did you ever remember doing the thing with the flower where you were like, did you ever do the he loves me not?
Yes.
Did you? Because all girls did, right?
Yeah.
Like, you kind of had to, right? You had to.
Did you do it?
I'm not a girl. Of course I didn't. No.
I think you did.
Never
I'm
once.
sorry, but
You
just
think
girls do it.
yeah.
I bet you boys sit down
No.
and you're like, she loves me.
We
she
don't
loves
have-
me not.
whoa, hold
she
on, hold on.
loves
For-
me. She loves me not.
We don't have time to do that. We're too busy being hyper.
I don't believe it.
No. We're too. Listen, you girls, when out on the playground, y'all were sitting there like, thinking and talking and gossiping. We were too busy trying to like do backflips and arm wrestle each other, right? Like,
I don't believe it.
it's true. I got video. I will prove it.
I don't believe it.
I will prove it.
But I do remember trying to find 4-leaf clovers.
Do you? The only thing that I can say that I used to do that I did like was this thing. I don't even know what this thing is anymore, but
The
you know what I'm
cootie
talking
catcher?
about? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Except for we'd write really cool stuff in there, and you'd flip it open and it'd be like, "You're gonna create a cool bomb one day," and it was, Anyway, I can't remember mine. You're gonna. Who would have been back then? You're gonna marry like Pamela Anderson, and then your kid is gonna be a fish, and it was weird. Ours
Yeah.
were weird.
Yeah.
But it was funny because this is true. We used to have the girls make them for us because we couldn't. Again, I don't think boys have the time or patience to
I
make
used to
them.
remember how to make them. I forgot.
Do you have any paper on you? I kind of feel like we should try
I
to
don't.
like
I don't have anything.
try to make one right now.
No, and I don't know how.
Well,
you got to fold them
Just the right way. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's really easy though, to be honest. But I can't remember.
Is it, I think it's like riding a bike. Do you think if you had a sheet of paper you could remember and we could do one?
I didn't do it enough times.
No?
To do it like that. No.
Yeah. So anyway, Lucky Charms. That's the 4-leaf clover, and this is really interesting too. In China, they have a luck thing too, and it's the number 8. And the Chinese word for 8, which I believe is ba, it sounds similar to their word wealth, which makes the number 8 a lucky number. Which makes sense. It came close. Yeah.
That's really cool.
What else do we have? Horseshoes. I didn't realize this. Do you know that in Europe and in the US, horseshoes are considered a good luck?
Yeah, I did know actually.
How did you know that?
I don't know. I think I just.
It makes sense because
know
we've
it.
seen them some places, right?
Yeah.
Horseshoes were used as lucky charms from medieval Europe. Blacksmiths were thought to have magical powers, and iron was believed to ward off evil spirits. The shape of the horseshoe also represents a crescent moon, which symbolizes protection and good fortune. Hanging it with the open end up is thought to catch good luck. When did pineapple become a weird thing? I don't know why I just thought of that, but pineapple became a weird thing. Do you know about this?
An upside down pineapple.
Yeah.
I do.
When did this happen? Because here, let me tell you.
could not tell you.
You know what's funny? I'm so naive. Pineapple back in the day, like, it was a good thing. You had neighbors move in, you give them a pineapple. It was a show of hospitality. Did you know that?
Yeah, you would not want to do that nowadays.
Well,
Your neighbor would never talk to you again. They'd
well,
be, they might
You
come
never know,
over
yeah.
later that evening
Yeah.
and be like,
Knock on the
"Hey,
door.
Here's another pineapple."
A couple
and that would
a
be
glass
that
of
means
wine. Yeah.
you're set to go.
Would you put on some Jay-Z? I'm ready. Anyway, that thing has always been weird to me because the pineapple, like originally, you hand somebody a pineapple or you put it in a fruit basket when they first come, and it was a sign of courtesy. Kind of like tipping, putting a penny on top of all the money, was to signify that the person went above and beyond, that they did an excellent job.
Okay.
And their service, you don't know this?
I don't like that.
You don't like, but that's what people are doing. Do you know that that's what that is?
No.
Yeah, so it means that it's above and beyond. So giving an exact tip, like give somebody a $5 tip, is one thing.
Nowadays, a server or a bartender, I don't think they want you to give them change.
Yeah, but
I think that's
it's
considered
not,
rude now.
But see, it's not. But which is funny because it's not. Not only is it not supposed to be considered rude, it's a completely misinterpreted. Like I said, if it's to 1 penny,
Yeah.
it's just a symbol. It's just for a symbol. You know what I mean? Of hey,
It makes
good job.
sense.
It's just like a pineapple. Taking somebody that has no idea that the pineapple originally meant, especially like an old couple gives it. Like you have an old neighbor and you just moved next door and they don't understand. They like hand you a pineapple, right?
Yeah.
And they're all awkward. So it's actually
Well, you'd probably know then. If that's your style. Like, and
Wait,
you'd
if
be
what's
like,
your style?
I don't
Old
think.
people?
No, the pineapple thing. You'd probably say, I don't think I want to hang out with these old people. I don't think they understand what this means.
yeah. Why wouldn't you want to if they were
Do you know what the pineapple means?
Oh no, I know what the pineapple means.
Okay, then
Yeah.
what are you
I'm not confused.
Oh.
I'm saying they're confused.
the old people?
Yes.
Yes.
I would not hang
I
out with an
think-
old person because they gave me pineapple.
No, they're not. I would think I'm saying the receiver of pineapple
Yeah.
would probably be like, I don't think they know what this means
So let's not hang out with them.
in that aspect.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. Yes, I get what you're saying.
okay.
You're looking at it from the inside out, and I'm looking
You're
at it
looking
from
at
the
it
upside
outside
down.
in.
Yeah. One time, this is funny. I'll tell you the whole reason I learned about the pineapple thing, because I was a pineapple giver. I used to give pineapples, right? To neighbors would move in. We were really friendly. We'd always put a basket together and have a pineapple in there as a welcome basket. And I'll never forget, I learned the pineapple thing because did you know that if you put the pineapple in the refrigerator upside down, it makes the pineapple more juicy?
Oh, that's cool. I
Yeah,
didn't know
yeah.
that.
So here I am in my
How
house.
do you put it upside down though? You gotta cut the
by the
stem
stems.
off.
No, it will. You put it in the corner of the refrigerator. It'll just stand up like normal, and it's fine. You stick it in the fridge that way. It's brilliant. And then all the juices because if the pineapple's been sitting like this, the juices have flown to the bottom. You put it upside down. This might also be folklore. I don't know. I just was told this.
Maybe it's not true.
So
at
here
all.
I am at my house with this gifted pineapple upside down in my refrigerator,
Yeah.
and I had some guests over. They opened up the refrigerator and they're like, "Huh." And that's how I learned.
That's great.
And I was like, well, okay, you learn something new every day.
That's funny.
What happened to the good old fashioned days where like you could just hand somebody a pineapple and a P. Diddy album and it didn't mean, hey, you got to lock your kids up. Like,
yeah, no, we definitely live in a completely different world.
yeah,
than the
or you
good
give
old-fashioned
somebody a penny to let them know that they went above and beyond, and then they get mad at you. Like, what happened to the good old days?
I think a penny doesn't hold the same value as well as it used to.
but
hold.
it's not. It's a symbol. It's not supposed
Yeah,
to be
I think it must have got lost in
translation.
translation
Yeah.
throughout the years.
Speaking of lost in translation, an elephant with a raised trunk. I haven't read the rest of it. I just that title.
Oh,
That is considered a good luck symbol. So if you're ever just
for the
hanging out
elephant?
for the elephant only, yeah.
Yeah.
People that ride by the elephant, they're
elephants
like
are supposed to be good luck as well.
as a whole. Why do you think that
In
is?
certain religions, they are.
Well, yes, yeah, like yep. Why do you think that is?
I probably think because they're such big, wise. They can. I don't know.
But see, this goes to like, how do we know that they're wise
Oh,
or
because,
big?
Because
What if
just
somebody gifts
know.
you an upside down elephant?
Elephants are very smart.
Yeah, they would
They
write
are.
themselves up.
They can communicate from really far away.
Really?
They have like really, really good hearing.
Yeah, because of their ears. I've seen Dumbo. Yeah.
Yep. And yeah,
Is that for real?
They will literally remember. They will remember each other even if they haven't seen each other for like 20 years or something. They'll remember each other
How do we know this?
because they've shown it with humans. They've shown it as well.
No, I know that, but like, how do they know that wasn't just a really friendly elephant? That's what I want to know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I think I believe it.
I do know that I watched a video the other day of a guy that learned how to talk to the monkeys. And
I don't believe it.
oh, I will show it to you as soon as the show ends.
I don't think we can communicate with them, but I think we can like.
No, he's a linguistic guy. I've been following him on YouTube forever. This kid has learned like every language that's known. And then his TikTok and YouTube shorts are him going out and just communicating with people in a different language.
Oh, okay.
So he sat with these monkeys and learned their language.
Or he taught the monkeys a language.
I don't know about that. I'm going to show you the clip afterwards, and then you tell us whether you became a believer of the monkeys or not.
Okay, I doubt I will, but we'll see. We will see.
Oh, there's a whole bunch of other stuff on here, but we should wrap this up. I think at the end of the day, here's the whole point of everything. All right, that went fast, and we did this backwards. I should have started with the charms and then moved on, or we started with the pineapple. I don't know. The point is,
Yeah.
luck is something that I don't actually. Do you believe in luck? Let me ask you that. Do you believe in luck?
I believe you. I believe you get what you put out. So
Okay.
yes, I believe.
Is that luck at that point in time, though?
I think it all goes together in a nice coincidental, lucky irony, however you want to phrase it.
Yeah.
I think what you put out is what you get back. So if you put out good and you do good,
But
you
would
will
that
get
be luck at
lucky
that
with
point in
good.
time? Wouldn't
I-
that just be
It might be.
what comes back?
I don't know.
Like sometimes, like
I don't think you should do things with expecting something.
yeah, no,
back.
100%. Yeah,
So-
yeah.
I don't know. I would say, yeah, I still think it's luck, coincidental, irony, whatever.
Yeah.
I would say, yeah, I believe in that.
Okay.
And that's a superstition, I suppose.
Oh, it only if
Something very intangible that it's not a fact at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I believe if you have bad intentions, most likely bad things will happen to you and in your life and on your journey. And if you have really good intentions, maybe good things will happen better for you.
yeah, yeah. So if you're a bad person, one day somebody's gonna knock on your door, hand you an upside down pineapple and a Jay-Z album, and you know
Yeah.
this is what you get.
You're like, oh no, where did it go wrong?
Speaking of leaving that door unlocked, Summer, it is that time.
Yeah, so it's time to hit the lights, lock the door, and pull the sign. We're ending Open House, the podcast. Thank you guys for listening in today. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe.
Next week, we're going to be live from Spring Showdown. Make sure that you check in. We are doing the pre-show. And if you're going to be in the area, make sure that you're checking that out. We'd love...
Open House the podcast. Open House the podcast.
Yeah, we'll talk to you guys next week.
Doors open, so come on in.